To show you how to best leverage social media to build your business, please welcome Platinum Regional Vice Presidents, Jeff and Melissa Street.
Well, hello, ACN, and before we get started, I just need to give thanks and praise to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving us an opportunity to be here together today. And man, my name is Jeff. This is my wife, Melissa. We are Jeff and Melissa Street, and we're so excited to be here with you today. And it was 17 years ago for me that I was at my first national convention. I was a cell phone store owner-operator, owned multiple cell phone stores. Melissa attended her first national convention 11 years ago. She was in the insurance business. She was with State Farm. So like a good neighbor, Melissa was always there. And over the last decade plus, this business has blessed us so much, and we have so much to be grateful for, but we're more excited today about this opportunity than we've ever been before in our entire lifetime when we get a chance to talk to you today about social media. Now, let me ask everybody a question here, and I need you to be honest with me. How many of you get a little intimidated by social media? Raise your hands. It's okay. How many of you social media scares you a little bit? Raise your hand. If your hand's up, good. And the reason I say good is because success lives on the other side of your comfort zone. See, life begins on the other side of your comfort zone, and we're going to teach you how to utilize social media today to grow your business, but it's not to replace the systems that your team have in place. What we're going to show you is going to add fire. It's going to add fuel into your systems on the front end so you can connect with more people, so you can meet more people, plug people into your system. And the key here is we want to get away from the TWAs and we want to focus on the IPAs. So what's a TWA? Time-wasting activity. Who do you, there's a lot of TWAs when it comes to social media. How many of you ever spent a lot of time scrolling, reel after reel after reel? That's a TWA. So we're going to focus today on your IPAs, which are income-producing activities, and our goal is to teach you how to monetize social media so you can go out and have explosive growth in your ACN business. And the reason why social media right now is to a degree we're in a digital age. We're in a digital age and we need other methods to connect with people, to be able to go out and create more conversations and build relationships. We're going to build the engagement. See, as you're meeting people, you can go out and connect with them on social media. Now they can be following you. Now you have a constant drip campaign as you're meeting prospects so they can see exactly what it is that you're doing with your business, what you're doing with your life. And the other thing is you're going to be able to build engagements with your existing warm market to go out and really go out and foster that relationship. And the goal of social media is to create curiosity and to create conversations. See, your social media profile, it's your brand. And you want to go out and make that first impression. See, how many of you have ever heard first impressions are everything, right? And see, your social media profile, it's your business card. So look at your profile today and ask yourself the question, would I do business with me? And see, people want real. People want authentic. See, understand, people buy you before they buy your business. People buy you before they buy your services. So some of you, as you look at your profile, you're going to realize you got to make some changes. Some of you, when you look at your profile, you're going to realize you got to do an entire social media makeover, if you know what I mean. So let's talk about your brand and creating that strong first impression. So you want to use a high-profile, professional image. You want to write a clear and engaging bio, provide relevant contact information. You should have a profile picture that's a headshot of you or a nice picture of you and your family. Here's an example with Regional Director Joe Navarro. There's his social media business card as he's going out and building his ACN business.
That's right, and you just want to choose the right platform for you. Don't overwhelm yourself thinking you're supposed to create all these different accounts. Just pick one. Pick one that you can get comfortable with, familiar with, and use that as your starting point. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about algorithms really quick. How many of you guys have ever heard of algorithms? What is that? Well, here's the reality. Less than 10% of your contact list actually see what you're posting on social media. See, let's say you have 3,000 friends on Facebook. 10% of them are actually going to see what you have. And so we got to create engagement with your audience, which will then boost up visibility. So let's say, for example, let's say Jeff and I, we just met, we friended up each other on Facebook. He friended me, of course, right? And then from there, let's say he posted a picture of a dog, his dog. And I comment on his picture and I say, cute dog. And then he responds back and says, I know, right? Her name is Layla. And then I might write back and say, what kind of dog is she? And Facebook now is recognizing Jeff and Melissa, they like talking to each other. They like engagement with each other. And so here's what we're going to do. Anytime Jeff posts something next, we're going to make sure it's visible more often on Melissa's news feed so she can comment more on his stuff. So there's just recognizing more engagement means more visibility. More comments, likes, and shares allows more people to see your content. So your goal here, everybody say goal.
Goal.
Your goal is to create engagement with your audience, to make it more visible, add more value to them, so that when you do post about your ACN business, it's more visible to your audience. So let's talk about engaging in relationships, engaging with your audience. See, one of the things I do, which is a little tip for you guys, is whenever we do an ACN presentation, I'm meeting prospects, or maybe we're out there networking with friends, right? When we connect with new people, we try to add them on our social media platforms sooner than later because it allows them to get a little sneak peek of who you are. Again, people like doing business with people they know and trust. Right? So allowing them into your social media platforms gives them the chance to really understand who am I about to do business with and engage with them. You're going to hear this a lot. Engage with them. Respond to comments and messages. Be authentic. Don't overdo it. Do not over-exaggerate, you guys. We've seen that happen before. You don't need to pretend you're not an ACN, but you don't need to over-exaggerate it either. You know, comment on each other's posts if you see your team members writing something. And remember to be a contributor, not just a consumer. I want to relieve you guys to think that people, first of all, people relate more with authenticity than they do perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being the social media influencer. People want the real you. And so there's two types of posts. It's called engagement and curiosity posts. And your goal each week is post at least one engagement or one curiosity post. And the best time to post them is between 8 and 9 a.m. and 8 and 9 p.m. your time zone. That's typically where your broader audience is. And when it comes to the tips here, create your own recipe. Have fun with it. Be authentic. Have fun. And when you're posting an engagement post, which I'm going to give you guys an example in a second here, make it where it's simple and it's something that people can respond to quickly without overthinking their response. Like you want to give them a question that it'll take them a second to respond to and just making it authentic, right? So let's talk about those engagement post examples. So we're going to talk about non-business related stuff. Take a screenshot of this just so you can use this as a tool, and you're going to use this to increase your reach. So notice how it has nothing to do with ACN, nothing to do with business. It's just about creating responses. The more responses you get, the more visibility you get. One of my personal favorites is best advice you give to your 16-year-old self. Go. I had a lot of responses from that one. And I want to encourage you guys to stay away from debatable topics like politics. Those usually aren't very fun. Here's an example of an engagement post I did last month. Real fun. Congratulations. You just won a lifetime supply of the last thing you purchased. What do you have? How many of us would have some funny ones right now? 229 comments from that. You know, a lot of them were super funny, and of course, now, the goal is you want to respond back to every single one that people are writing, right? So that's about, let's say, 100 people that responded to this post. That means that's 100 people that the next time I post something is going to be more visible to them. The next time I post something that's business related, it'll be shared with them.
So the next kind of post is a curiosity post. Now, a curiosity post, it's going to create curiosity, it's going to have people ask you questions, and it's going to be able to go out and start a conversation between the two of you. And one thing that's really important is to be able to go out and do this curiosity post the day after your engagement post. And here's why. You've got a lot of eyeballs on your social media. Melissa and I each did an engagement post yesterday. Melissa did one from the airport in Dallas. We were stuck in a TWA pre-check line. It was the longest pre-check line I've ever seen. She did a post about it, got a lot of engagement. You know, our first day here yesterday, we went to Phillips. We got some Maryland blue crab cakes. Where's our Maryland folks out here, right? You know, and I did a post about, look, I'm here in Baltimore. When you're in Baltimore, eat crab cakes. What kind of food is your area known for? And see, this creates engagement. See, the whole goal here is to increase visibility. So you could have the best curiosity posts in the world, but if you don't do it after an engagement post, a lot less people are going to see that post. The post that Melissa just showed you guys, now when she does her curiosity post the next day, there's over 100 different eyeballs that are going to be on that post because it was prefaced with the engagement post. And make sure you comment back on everybody's comment and then take those conversations to direct messenger. But the reason why commenting back is so important is it doubles your engagement with the Facebook algorithm. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, some examples when it comes to these curiosity posts. And see, when we talk about curiosity posts, let me get into it a little bit more. See, it's you talking about your business without actually talking about your business.
Right.
See, it allows people to see just enough, to get just curious enough for them to, what are they talking about? What's this all about? It's going to allow people to want to go out and see more. And many of you guys know when we talk about sorting, we use the 4 SWs, right? Some will, some won't, so what? Someone else will. Next, but with social media, there's a 5th SW. It's really important. The 5th SW is summer watching. See, a curiosity post isn't just kind of the first time have a lot of people reach out and connect with you, but one thing I've learned is consistency is the key to mastery. See, as you're posting consistently, it's keeping you top of mind. It's having people see what's going on, what's happening in your life, so there's more of a connection with you. But let's talk a little bit about some examples of some curiosity posts. You know, let's say one is drop a comment if you pay more than $500 a month for your health care. Now, what service am I setting up this curiosity post for? Impact, right? How much do you pay for your cell phone bill? You know, settle this debate. Do you buy your phones outright or do you have a payment plan? Where is your go-to vacation resort? What service am I setting up there? Truvy, right? How about who do you have for home security? What's that talking about? Vivint or Fluent for our Canadian friends, right? But you want to make sure that you're farming and not hunting when it comes to social media. See, what you don't want to do is put a curiosity post out that says, who wants to make more money? That's hunting. You don't want to put a post saying, who wants to save money on their health care? That's hunting. See, these curiosity posts, this is farming. And here's a great example of a curiosity post from Regional Director Shana Navarro. Settle this debate. Do you have your cell phone bills paid? Do you own your cell phone? Did you buy your cell phone outright or do you have a payment plan? Now, what service is this talking about? Flash. And it's not just talking about Flash, we're targeting our niche market. Hootery with Flash, a great client for us, is somebody that owns their phones outright. So you guys can see how that's a great example of a curiosity post. Now, another thing that's very effective when it comes to curiosity posts is post a picture with that post. Like actually post a picture that people are going to see because more people stop on their feed if there's a picture to read what's going on. So here's a curiosity post that Melissa did sharing her experience about why she chose to switch away from health insurance and go to healthcare sharing. And she shared a few of the benefits. Cost saving. She shared flexibility, no network. She shared the fact that you don't have to wait till open enrollment, and she had a picture of herself. Now, that particular post, again, it was done the day after an engagement post, had multiple people that reached out to her wanting to know more. She created multiple quotes for people on healthcare and had an old friend, Stacy, that reconnected with her, ended up signing up in ACN, just became a CQ 2 days ago, has her first business partner, and she's ready to explode her ACN business, and it came from that curiosity post. Now, here's a little bit more of a direct curiosity post. This is from top producing regional director Lauren Kirschblum. And in this particular post, Lauren was talking about starting a home-based business. She was talking about getting out of your comfort zone. She was talking about having the faith to go out and take a step for yourself. She's talking about how everything's rising, costs are rising, inflation's rising, but people's incomes are staying the same, and says at the end, I encourage you to take a leap, try something different if you want something different. So many people reached out to her from that particular post that literally she had 12 guests on her next Zoom meeting that came specifically from that curiosity post.
That's right, so good. And so now we're going to talk about the 5 pillars of your life. Because the reality is you do not want your entire social media platform to be all about ACN. Quite frankly, sometimes that's a turn off. That repels people. You got to realize people friend you up on social media because they want to connect with you relationally, right? They want to see what your life is all about, but they don't necessarily want to be pitched on all day long. And so how do you create your social media post is recognizing the 5 pillars of your life. So we're going to do a quick activity right now. I know you guys got your notebooks, or if you're taking notes on your phone, pull out a blank sheet, and we're going to do a quick activity. We're going to call it the brain dump, okay? And right now, I want you to list down 25 things that you absolutely love, you enjoy doing, you're passionate about, your values. Just go. 25 things that you absolutely love, you enjoy doing, your passions, your values. Maybe you and I, we can do a couple. Maybe I'm passionate about shopping.
Of course, I'm passionate about my wife.
That's a good one. Sorry, guys, I'm taken, so do not put me on your list.
Snowboarding for me.
Reading for me.
New England sports.
I love my niece and my nephew and how they destroy my house. I do enjoy watching that. What about?
Definitely my men's group for church.
Yes. I love the color pink. What else?
I like living in Texas.
Me too. Me too. All right, okay. How many of you guys were able to write down at least 10 things? Show of hands. 10 things at least. Anyone wrote 20? More than 20? Wow, good job. Okay, good. Okay, so you guys got your list going. Just rattle off, rapid fire, right? Okay, now I want you to pick 5. Your top 5. Your top 5 that defines you. Like if somebody looks at you, they're like, yep, that's definitely her. Yep, that's definitely him. And your posts that you're showing on your social media throughout the week should consist from these 5 pillars. Now, here's a couple of examples. One of my pillars is entrepreneurship. Doesn't always have to be super serious, right? It doesn't always have to be just about ACN. Part of entrepreneurship for me is personal growth and development. So I took a picture of a book that our very own Mr. Larry Raskin recommended. I highly recommend it to you guys. It's called U Squared. I took a quote from that book and posted it on social media. That was my entrepreneurship post.
One of my posts is family. And so here's what's called a gratitude post, talking about how I'm grateful for my family. But, family posts don't always have to be serious. They don't always have to be sappy. A family post might be just walking into the kitchen and catching your wife fry-handed, cheating on her diet with some McDonald's chicken McNuggets and French fries.
This is so shady, isn't it? I couldn't believe he posted that one. Not fair. But hey, you know what? As you can tell, I love food. So one of my hobbies is cooking. So I posted a video of a recipe of a gluten-free, dairy-free banana bread.
One of my other pillars is sports. And, for those of you guys that follow me on social media, I post a lot about kickboxing and going to the gym. And here's one that combines leadership and sports. And I talk about you can't control what happens in the beginning of your day, in the middle of your day, but you can control the way you start and you end your day.
Yep. Another big pillar for us is our faith and us leading with our students' ministry. I absolutely love my high school girls. And then another pillar is travel. And this is actually a video I made coming back from last month's ACN's incentive trip at Xcaret, Mexico. Oh, where's the sound? It's so much better with sound. Let me try that again. guys are ready to qualify for next year's incentive trip. Yeah, let's travel the beaches of the world together, you guys. Okay, so here's the thing. You've got your 5 pillars, or you're working on it right now. You understand engagement and curiosity posts. So I want to encourage you guys, don't get overwhelmed like I did in the beginning of trying to understand this social media stuff, thinking I'm supposed to master it all at once or do a whole bunch of it in one day or spend hours on hours of this. Plan ahead. Plan a content calendar. And it's as simple as scheduling your posts in advance. So for example, Monday is pillar 1. Tuesday's pillar 2, Wednesday's pillar 3, Thursday's pillar 4, Friday's pillar 5, Saturday's pillar 1, Sunday's pillar 2. You get it, right? Just recycle that over and over again. This allows you to maintain consistent presence with your audience. And so just ensure that steady flow of content and have a variety of engagement posts.
Yeah, guys, and remember, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And the reason why these pillars are so important is, in addition to your engagement posts and your curiosity posts, it allows people to really get a sneak peek on who you are. People are asking themselves, is this somebody I want to do business with? Is this somebody I want to be led by? And it really has an opportunity, like we talked about, to truly be your social business card. But we've got some amazing leaders that have exploded their business through social media. I'm going to have them each share what their 5 pillars are, as well as one social media tip for you guys.
Awesome. Hey guys, my name is Shayna Navarro from the great state of Texas, and my 5 pillars are faith, family, fun and travel, entrepreneurship, and ACN. And my one social media tip, and I want y'all to repeat after me, authenticity is my superpower. So like Jeff said, people do business with those that they like, know, and trust. And how do they like, know, and trust you? By you bringing you to social media. In the world of social media, it can be so easy to compare ourselves to someone else, but that's not what people are going to buy. They're going to buy you, and God put something in you that everyone needs to hear. And so just know that every time you go out and post, be yourself, because you have value to add.
Awesome. You're so beautiful. My tip is launching your business through a live video on Facebook. And courage comes before confidence. So if you've never done a live video, just take the shot. And really what's important is setting up your live video with a post, the pre-launch. This is the most important part because like you heard earlier, you just don't want to tell everyone, hey, I'm an ACN, IBO, and it's $2.99. You want to set it up and give them a reason to check out a video. So you launch you make a post saying something like this: oh my goodness, I'm so excited, maybe a little bit nervous too. Keep your eyes peeled, big things coming soon. Now, what did you just do? What's going on? Is there a man? Is there a woman? You moving? Like what? I want to know about it. So that's the first thing. The next day, we teach our IBOs to make a post something like, hey, 7 p.m. tonight, exciting family update, big things coming soon. So again, you're creating curiosity to where they're going to hop on and hear what you have to offer. Now, here's the thing. In the live video, you're not telling people it's $2.99, everything there is to know. You're just sharing from the heart. You're giving them a general overview of what you have your hands on, some of the services, and the most important thing is this. You want to give them an action step. So this doesn't have to be longer than 5 to 7 minutes, but you want to leave them with something like this. Hey, if you're excited to learn more, send me a personal message, and I will get you a link to a presentation we're having, tomorrow at 7 p.m. So remember, you're always pointing them to a live presentation. Is that good? There we go.
Hey guys, my name's Lauren Kirschblum. I'm a regional director out of Texas, and they say you become like who you surround yourself with, because my 5 pillars are very similar to Melissa's and Shayna's. But my first pillar is my faith. Also my family, more specifically my fiance. Everyone loves to get updates of our wedding that's happening in 5 weeks. So faith, family, and then I'm a big personal growth and mindset person. I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks, so I love to add value to people and share that on social media. So faith, family, mindset, and personal growth. Travel often. I love to ask people like, hey, where do you think I'm traveling next? And get engagement that way. And then of course my ACN business. But my one tip for you, and write this down, facts tell, stories sell. You're not on social media to sell a product or sell a service or even sell your business. You're on social media to share with people, and something I love is sharing testimonies of how much someone has saved on a certain service. And people are so attracted to that. You guys, I've gotten over 100 customer points just by sharing testimonies on social media where people are like, wow, how did they save that? Can you share with me what you're doing? How can I save that? Another way to think of this is what's going to stop somebody's scroll. If I just posted, Impact Health logo, no one even knows what that is, so they're going to keep on scrolling. But if I took a screenshot of someone sharing with me how much money they've saved on their health care, and you know how much money people are paying every month, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, how did that person save that much money? I need to contact Lori and reach out. So these testimonies, they share stories of real life people, but they also create curiosity, which Jeff and Melissa has spoken so well about. So that's all I got.
Guys, thank you so much. Let's give them all a big round of applause and, practical things that they've been doing to grow their business. How many of you heard Lauren say over 100 personal customer points from referrals from those testimonial posts? Joe's gotten dozens and dozens of people onto Zoom meetings because of those because of those live videos. And speaking of live videos, you can establish your expertise and build trust with your audience through live videos. And I want to just talk about this a little bit more. And during the heart of COVID, when there was a lot of depressing times in our country, who would agree with that? I was looking for other ways to connect and network with people. And, one of the things that my mentor, Mr. Patrick Mazer, said to me, he said, Jeff, give value. Give away so much value that people want to know you. Give away so much value that people want to do business with you. So I said, you know what? I got to start doing live videos, and I'm going to do it about personal growth, self-development, and leadership. Now, you can do these videos on anything. You can do videos on sewing if you want, or soccer, whatever you're passionate about, and it allows you to create and connect with an audience where you have a level of respect with them. And what I'll tell you about these live videos is, remember, we live in a microwave society. And people are only going to watch so much, so I try to keep my live videos down to under 4 minutes. But with your live videos, there's 3 things you want to set it up with: who you are, what do you do, and what are you about to talk about. That can capture somebody in the beginning. And so I went out and I did a live video 365 days in a row. Remember, consistency is the key to mastery. My first one, it wasn't good at all. Matter of fact, I dropped my phone at the end of my first video. My first video was about being nervous, but doing something anyway, in spite of the fear that you have. And I just kept doing them and doing them and doing them. And here's what happened. I reconnected with an old friend, Mr. Paul Mercier, from those videos. Today, Paul's one of the top 10 regional directors in North America with ACN. I had another video that I did that I reconnected with a friend I hadn't talked to in 11 years who reached out to me and said, what are you up to, Jeff? I said, look, I'm excited about something. I don't know if it's for you or not, but would you be open to taking a look? He said, yes. He got onto a meeting. He got started, introduced me to Josh Shea. Josh today has almost 13,000 customer points in his team, and all of these started with these live videos and doing them consistently. And you want to go out and you want to develop and share compelling content, share information that's informative, it's entertaining, it's relevant, it's authentic, it's emotional, it's heartfelt, and also make sure that you're active on ACN social media channels. And now for my call to action. Everybody ready? First off, make sure you have that Zoom meeting scheduled just like Mr. Mike Mazer talked about. See, none of this is relevant without having a Zoom meeting scheduled, because you're going to get a lot of eyeballs that are on your social media, a lot of eyeballs that are on your business. So before you leave here today, go ahead and post an engagement post. I would even do it right now. I would pull out your phone, and here's an example. Best advice you'd give your 16-year self. One thing most people don't know about you. Where's everybody from? What's one thing that you're grateful for? I would encourage everybody, pick one and post it right now. That's your engagement post for the weekend.
That's right. So now that you've done your engagement post, then tomorrow, create your content. Go ahead and set up an alarm right now to do a curiosity post, because again, your engagement post then just allowed people to respond to. Now you have more visibility. So tomorrow between 8 and 9 a.m., Pick a curiosity post that you can use. And listen, God created you to have ingenuity and creativity, so maybe change up some of the words so we don't all sound exactly the same, but just pick one or drum up something similar to the lines of it. You know, drop a comment below if you pay more than $500 a month on healthcare, or do you pay your phones outright, or have a leasing program to it. So you guys, I want to challenge you. A lot of you guys raised your hand that social media makes you nervous. It's time to get out of your comfort zone. Use this as a tool to create more opportunities, more connections, more visibility to grow your business. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.